Kieran, actually, a deeply disappointing evening. What's your verdict on that one, please?
Yeah, it's of course a terrible result for us. Makes it a really poor 4 days. Look, there's obviously two different bits to the game. There's the spell after their goal, or really the rest of the game after their goal, where our reaction was nowhere near good enough. We didn't find anywhere near the strength that we needed individually or as a team to deal with the negative momentum. Didn't do the fundamentals well enough, didn't defend set plays, didn't defend our box, didn't track runs well enough, didn't defend our goal anywhere near well enough. And that reaction was, it was nowhere near good enough. There's the other bit of the game where first half I thought, there was a lot of the aspects that were really, really good. We should score. We should be ahead against a difficult team who play man to man. We controlled 95% of the half really well. And over the course of the night we've had 30 shots. We should score on a normal night 3 or 4 goals tonight, quite possibly. So we know it's also a part not good enough to not be more clinical. A little bit of luck in some situations, but we weren't clinical enough with our execution. And the bigger bit of the game was, from the 1-0, it was unacceptable from us.
I think a concern is that reaction, as you say, to going behind and the way it kind of unravelled tonight. It's not the first time we've talked about some poor goals being conceded, being sort of wide open at Middlesbrough on Friday. How big a concern is that to you at this moment?
No, of course it is. I think there was some similar things there tonight that there was evident in Middlesbrough, to be honest. We looked open on our attacking set plays. We were getting counter-attacked on our attacking set plays. And then, when the momentum went against us, we looked really soft defensively. And the same for probably a 10-15 minute spell against Middlesbrough when the game got difficult against us. I don't think it's been the case all season, to be honest. I don't think that's been the problem. If we've been one of the best teams defensively, we've given up very few chances. If anything, we've conceded chances from some poor moments that have been completely out of the context of the game, and there was one of those in the first half today, if I'm honest. But the bit of looking open on counter-attacks, giving away big chances in a spell, I think I can't think of instances of that, to be honest, before the Middlesbrough game. But it's happened twice in quick succession. It's happened with different players on the pitch. So I've just spoken honestly about that downstairs. We did after Friday night as well, but it's a quick turnaround, so you don't dwell too much. But we certainly need to address it. It's a difficult league. There's going to be difficult moments. Games can change on an instance, and you need to be strong in those moments, especially in our situation with our expectations this year, and at the moment, certainly on the last 2 occasions that we've been in that. We haven't been anywhere near strong enough, and we need to do better.
Do you understand the crowd's reaction in the second half tonight?
Of course. No complaints at all on that. They give us good support, and I think they know that the first half was a lot of good things, and we got a good reception at half time, and I think everyone's feeling positive on that moment. But the second half, where we let it get to, was unacceptable, and we've got a right to be really annoyed, as we are.
Do you consider a different approach now in terms of just creating more of a solid base while you're still gelling as an attacking unit, or do you stick to your guns and keep playing the way you want to play?
Look, again, I don't think it's that. I know because Friday night's a profile game, it can be the story that will write it. Our bigger challenge this year has been creating chances. It's not been giving up chances. It's been playing against teams who are frustrating us defensively and trying to click as an attacking unit and create chances. And defensively, we've given up very few chances. On the course of the last 2 games, for sure, there's spells in the game that we look really open. Not the whole game. Again, Middlesbrough, it wasn't the case for 30 minutes, but once it happened and once we give up 1, we look really open. So I don't think it's necessarily a change for the whole game. We give Charlton the ball and we sit back and defend. I think that's the answer. Of course, we need to make sure our balance is right when we're attacking, and in a couple of periods on Friday night, 1 or 2 moments today, when we're behind, we end up chasing the game a little bit, and we end up with, maybe not the right security behind the ball. We need to address that. It's a pretty new issue for us this season. But the bigger one for me is that when, of course, we want to be more clinical, we should be getting the first goal in the game again. But when we don't, if something goes against us, we need to be far stronger and, find a way to stay in the game, give ourselves a chance to come back, give ourselves a chance to win the game late. And I think more than how we start the game, I think it's how we address it as a team in those situations. We need to find a better way of doing so. We need to give the players some things to help them in that, and those on the pitch need to find more strength in that situation as well.
Alex Palmer, what's the injury? How severe?
He's pulled a muscle. It didn't look great in terms of how heavy he was limping, so I'm sure it'll be scans to see how he is.